Again, maybe with the blessings of the Supreme Being, whatever happens during this reading will benefit each of us in our spiritual growth, awareness, and understanding. Amen. Will you say the location of where you are?
Honolulu, Hawaii.
Okay, and then do you have a theme or a request for the reading?
Yeah, the theme for me is about me and my family, like my family that I've just created. So my son, and the bigger family too, but it's coming up because of now being the mama, and and like seeking to be able to hold space for that. So I don't know if I have a specific question, but that's kind of the theme or the mood I'm in.
Okay, great. I'm just going to start with an aura reading and go from there, and I'll just read you. I'm just going to say hello to you and then say hello to the family after that. So I'll just go through the layers of the aura. The first layer of the aura, and just using the colors. I see this vibrating very brightly at a pink color. And it's a lot of your information as a female, just on a body level. This is the survival level and your body information. So I just see like this energy of being a new mom, and it's like your female energy, your kundalini energy, especially being on the island, and like the goddess vibration of the island, and there's a really strong kundalini there. So I just see that all in harmony, and where it was like definitely a nice energetic space for even the birth, and especially being a new mom. It's a very healing vibration and very feminine, and it's just like almost where Hawaii is completely supporting you and embracing you. It's like a new growth, a new experience. And I also see this like almost mint green of like ease coming in from the nature and your surroundings. Energy that is foreign, or you are ready to take a step up in releasing or letting go of. The energy that you're ready to let go of is a dark brown, almost black color, and it's like as you're creating this new experience for your child, it's where you're energetically detaching more of your own childhood. So it's where you grew up, the actual location, but then also the actual what's called growth period, but the actual experience at the time of your family, your birth family. And it looks like particularly maybe more male, like dad, your dad that was overwhelmed or had an experience of not knowing, or somebody didn't know what to do, or there was some type of fear coming across during your childhood. So you see you making a separation from that, because it's like where you've always kind of not understood it or carried it with you, but now that you are in that same position but in a different role in the family, it's where it's nothing that you can't handle, or that is not just energy, and it gives you permission to not be scared of whatever that experience was. And it's just giving you space to heal. And it's very empowering. It's almost like you can do anything if you can overcome this. I'm going to move to the second layer of the aura. This is your clairsentience. So this is where you feel also your sexual and your emotional information. This layer of the aura is coming in more at the green, a soft green, like a soft, yeah, very soft green. You're healing some places. It looks like your body like spasmed or got strained. So you're slowly healing this. It's like the layer is a little bit more open than normal, but probably normal for being a new mom, it looks like. And it's almost like where this layer is where your baby is still attached to you physically, like in this layer. This would be the second chakra is located below your belly button, so that's where the baby actually spent time, close to your womb. So anyway, I see that, and the energetic part of this, yeah, it's a little bit still, where it almost looks like you're ready and you're about to just start healing and moving a bunch of energy there, but you're paused and you're still because you're being considerate, because your baby shares the space with you or did during pregnancy, and so it looks like you're just getting past that fear about moving energy, that you're not gonna disturb anything, and it's ready to be healed. So it's like almost like you're ready to like kind of rev up your female energy to kind of close up a little bit, like a scarring in the aura, or just openings that like almost like stretching that happened in the aura, and kind of calming it down and cooling it down. And it's where your baby has his own body now and his own energy field. I mean, you're always attached and together, but he has an actual material body now where it's a process, but it's like he can have his own experience, have his own emotions. So it's slowly pulling your energy back out from him, and that's actually a healing space, so he can start to just have his emotions, his male energy. And then as I say hello to that, you're just releasing, it's like the circle of life. It's like whereas you're doing it as a mom, it's giving you permission to heal the child part of you and pull your energy back from your mom. And I see you releasing this from at a yellow. And it's almost a space of forgiveness where it's just like anything that maybe didn't feel like it could have, maybe it felt like it could have been done better, at this point really doesn't matter, and you're a mom now, and you're energetically stronger than your mom. You've evolved, which you're supposed to, each generation's supposed to, and so it's not in an egotistical way, but it's just in an energy way that you do know that and you do understand that. So it's where that's powerful, and that like you have the awareness of these changes in energy, and then you're able to go ahead and embrace it and consciously do it instead of staying at a lower vibration or like kind of like settling energetically because you want to be polite. Like you can go ahead and just totally own your ability to shift energy, even with this new role or this new experience. Moving to the third layer of your aura. So this is your power, your will, your solar plexus, and then it's also where you leave to go to sleep on the astral. And see you releasing a lot of energy here. The color that is yours is a what color is yours actually? Okay, so this color looks like a green as well. I see a lot of your family's energy here. Like the idea is that it seems as if maybe you have to go to sleep a lot. You have to go to the astral because like the whole family is in here, not just the baby, but also your partner. Okay, you're just starting to kind of own it. You're shifting it to a yellow. Okay, so the yellow is yours. And it looks like you're just playing with energy here. And it looks like also where you've already worked out a lot of karma or worked on yourself in this lifetime. So there's an idea that like the normal order, the normal procedure without somebody that's maybe a conscious worker, which you are, you do know about Reiki and all these things, is that you would just follow in the footsteps. So if this imprint from your mom being a mom, like you would have to go through these problems as well. But I see that you've already worked them out. But it's a little bit confusing because following in someone's steps is easier in a way because it's already pre-paved. But there are also maybe steps that you definitely do not want to take. So it's a new realm and you do have the information and you do know what you're doing. It's just a matter of acknowledging it, and you're doing something different. You're doing something different in the family line, and that many people on the earth, although everybody's shifting, it's not everybody yet. So just that it's okay to be different and doing things differently. And it's almost as if you're releasing a very big cord out of the third layer of your aura to give yourself that permission. And it's from your birth family that you're releasing this. And it looks like this layer will be good maybe to do a healing or something on, because it looks like you do want to move your partner out because you guys communicate through this layer, which is fine, but it looks like it could create some fighting or some annoyance because you can't sleep properly or get the what you need to heal yourself. I'm going to move to the fourth layer of the aura, and this is your affinity space. Okay, so this layer of the aura is vibrating almost at a pink purple color. It's very warm and it's very powerful. And it just looks like a very strong layer. And you know it. And it's actually one of your healing abilities. There's all different ways to heal yourself and others, but this one for you is a strong layer. You hold it well and it's grounded and stable. And that alone is a healing. So the energy I see, it's kind of like behind you right now, your energy in the aura, and that's okay. And it looks like almost like you're just saving it for your baby and this new experience, and that totally makes sense. And then it's a little bit where it's not in front of you, as if like you don't have the energy for other people right now, or to engage or make those type of relationships with people that are not, like your baby or immediate things. Energy that you are releasing out of this layer is a white gray. And it's you're releasing your mom and your dad, but it's their relationship where maybe it's almost like, even though it's the fourth chakra, it almost looks like a telepathic thing of like where you kind of somewhat consistently healed their relationship, and you're just kind of over it, and that's okay. It's okay to let it go, but it's just kind of like where it's been like a little surface cut, like it hasn't bothered you, it hasn't been a big deal, but you just been mining it, and now it's like you just don't have the time, and you as a spirit, as a conscious person, are past the point of replaying their scenario out in your own relationship. You just outgrown it. It's still a little bit of a fear, and that's normal because you're aware, but it's just you, and so you just don't have the time to keep it in your aura, is what you're showing me. So just kind of let it go. That's what I see. Fifth layer of the aura is vibrating at an orange color. It's like a pink orange. And there's this yellow color that it's like, as it's like almost as if your baby's like playing and speaking right now, and where he's actually teaching you in a way, because it's like a harmony or an instinct of where you work with him, or you know what he needs, or he gets what he needs, and it's almost like you have that ability and you're remembering it, and it's where you're moving out any effort or having to get things done. And I see again this in between your relationship space with your partner. And it's where you can just allow almost the universe to assist and just sync up with it and harmonize with it and almost relax a little bit more so things can happen instead of you making them happen. And it's okay that you do both. Don't make it like a judgment, but I see that it's a little gentle shift that you can just acknowledge. And it's okay to go back and forth and use both ways. But part of you wants a little bit more ease. So I just see that.
Yeah.
And as I say hello to that...
Say a little...
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask if you could say just a tiny bit more about that, like, what was it you said? Like, instead of getting things done, like allowing it to happen. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And it's like a weird, tricky thing because it's like one of those soft things of like, you can't force it. Like, okay, now I'm going to let things happen. You know, it's not like, it's a conscious thing, but not something you can make happen. It's like a gentle acknowledgement and intention setting, and that it's almost like when you're not focused on it, if you keep, it'll start to happen more and more. It's almost like training a new muscle, and it's just because that's what you witnessed and you experienced, and so naturally to keep up in the environment in your birth family, you had to match their energy and do it the same way to be heard or seen, and so it had to be a little bit forceful, but it doesn't need to be outside of that, and you're outside of that now. And so I just see you energetically, there's like a gray releasing, and it's a softening of that's your mom's information, and it's just kind of softening out of your aura. And there's a little bit of pain coming out of it, and it doesn't even look necessarily like your pain, but it's just the family line. You know, it's like to cover up the pain is to control things outside of yourself, which is not you, but it's something that's in there energetically that you experience in others and then carry a little bit. And it's that permission to kind of have it be softened, and it's a little bit vulnerable. There's a fear that, and it's not really you, but it's like the female line that someone's going to get hurt or someone is incorrect. And if you don't have that information, things will fall apart. Which is normal, but also not true. Everything's going to be okay. And your intention with your family is already there. It's already secure, you know. So just let it be a healing. Okay, so moving on to the 6th layer of the aura. And this is your clairvoyance. It's where you can be neutral and see the truth from a lie, and it's how you see the world. So this layer of the aura, it's vibrating in a soft blue, and I hesitated because I do see a lot of your partner's energy in here, which is, again, all normal. Of course, his energy, you guys are going to be mixing energy, but it does seem like it gets confusing for you when it's in there too much. Like, you're very good at seeing a truth from a lie and, like, knowing the order of things and how things work and almost how things are going to work out. It's like this, especially being a mom, it's like this certainty of, like, oh, yeah, I know that. It's like an instinct. and you have it very clearly. If you start to get confused or a little bit disoriented, it looks like it's more a male energy. That's just a little bit too much in there. So what helps you as you start to kind of clear this out, I see you releasing a black and a white as foreign colors that you're getting senior to energetically, a little bit stronger and ready to release. And it's something that you said. You started with the reading and it was something along the lines of like holding the space for the family. What you do by holding the space for yourself. But I see this is like specifically communication. And this is a normal thing that happens where people communicate by going into each other's thoughts, or it's a little bit of a spatial invasion, and it's not like a bad intention, but it's just how we've learned to communicate. So I see it's just easier for you to set an energetic space for communication that's not actually in your own head and in your own thoughts. So it's like you don't energetically need to be in each other's thoughts, or it's a little bit of space, so it could be a little bit more neutral and a little bit more clarity. So you can actually just pick a color right now that represents communication. And there's no right answer. You can just pick anything.
Lavender was the first thing that came.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to help validate that psychically and just say hello to that color and ground a little ball of energy out past your aura of lavender. So this can be the space held for communication instead of in your aura and like the family communicating in each other's auras, but like this separate neutral space. And it just makes things easier because it's like instead of any extra quote unquote baggage of like maybe things aren't clear, it gets to the point of like what is the point of this communication and or misinterpretations, and just makes it less personal and more about what needs to be done or meant. And then you can just show that color to your baby, to your partner, and then maybe even it's really for you and your immediate family, but also you can show that space to extended family members so they can just kind of understand energetically what's going on. And that this is your agreement that you're making for how you want to run things. You're running the show. It's like decorating your house. You're decorating the energy. You said, all right. Moving to the 7th layer of the aura. This is the outermost layer of the aura, and this is how the world sees you. And this is also your seniority as a spirit and your ability just to really kind of know things. So I see right now, it doesn't look like your normal color, but for right now you're using a yellow that you're playing with. It's a soft, buttery yellow. It just looks like a very healing vibration for you. Like, again, meaning like this is not like maybe you in the world, how you participate with work or with friends or as a teacher. It's not the color you use, but you in your new mom experience and healing your body, yourself, and keeping that space safe to have like that kind of vulnerable, loving. It's like this yellow is just really working for you. And it is almost like butter, and that it's like an energy that melts and heals and is warm and is just holding you. And you do want people to see this because people don't understand rationally, but energetically they understand that you're having kind of a sacred moment and that they need to respect it. And people do understand that even if they don't know they do. And I see that working really well, and the island helping you with this. And the color that you would like to release or get senior to during this reading. There's a charcoal gray color, and it looks more like a fear and a worry than an actual experience that's happening presently. But it's the energy of fighting, and it doesn't look anything major. It looks like normal fighting that you've experienced as a child, seeing your parents, or you've had with your partner. And again, it's nothing like it's a big deal, but what the energy is the worry that you're going to have to deal with this with your new baby, or it's the resistance to wanting this experience to ever happen again. And then, of course, that in of itself makes it not neutral and a little bit sticky. So things that help you ease this or get senior to this energy. It's almost just like right now setting the intention, planting the seed, and just simply knowing that it's kind of like a way to make it not such a big deal by like confronting it in that like, okay, well, even if something happens, there's a misunderstanding, there's a fight, my ability to heal, reflecting my family's ability to heal, is very like known to you. You know that. And so it kind of just gives you permission that like it's not such a big deal. It's not like the end of the world. Whereas maybe as a child you witnessed this energy and it felt more debilitating, or like there wasn't a healing that came out of it or anything good. And that's not the case anymore. And it's almost like a mental note, because energetically it feels the same and it's a little bit scary. But if you just make a mental note, like you know that things like this happen, but it's not a big deal, and you know that really your path with your family, because you've already done it on your own and your family is a reflection, is to heal, and that you will circle back to that and you will have that with more and more ease. So I just see that that's really what you're working on, and I see some of that worry and fear mostly coming from in the female line, more the female. So I already said the family line, but in the female, so your mom, a little bit of worry. It's like her experiences that she worries you're gonna have to relive is energetically in there. And I almost see you can just give that to the earth, to the elements. It's it's almost like a brown gray right now, and you can almost just energetically hand it to like the trees, the plants, because they know what to do and they know how to alchemize, and just kind of show the island that this is the energy you're healing and clearing. And also you can say that to your mom, that although she may still carry that worry and fear, she can have that. You can give her the space to have that. You don't need to control her or make her stop having that for you not to experience it. You can just heal and be calm and let her have that too, or not have it. She cannot have it, and it gives you that permission too, which is really good. And that's very cool, because energetically your baby gets to see that and then understand. He doesn't, energetically he gets it, that he's not responsible for your emotions either. Or if he does happen, he can change his mind and unmatch from them. And there's an option and like a free will with that, which is great. Do you have a question or a request for any healing work?
Yeah, I think it
And just don't say any names.
Okay. Yeah, I was back in the third layer, and I wonder if you can tell me again what the third layer is about. And you were talking about my partner being, like, really being in that space.
Okay.
And I think that's where it made sense to me. The other places in that one, I'm not sure I understand.
Okay. I'll look at it again because I don't remember actually. So let me look at it now. Mostly I just see that I mostly see it for the astral part of the third layer where you leave your body to go to sleep on the astral from the third, and there's like a silver cord that you use for your astral body, and I see that the sanctuary space you want in the third is a healing space for yourself, and I see that you and your partner communicate, and that's normal, and that makes sense, maybe to work things out on the astral before you come back in the body. But it just looks like also remember to create a space for your own healing work as a spirit, so that you don't feel what it looks like is something along the lines of maybe feeling a little bit cranky or annoyed, and it comes from coming back into your body and your partner in this space and not feeling completely like it's your energy and that you're back into your home, your body, and having that for yourself. And so I can do a little bit of healing work on it, and then if you just want to pick a color to set for your personal astral space, the part that's just for your healing work on yourself.
Green.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna
Green.
do a little bit of healing work.
I haven't did it på magen än. Det är det. Det är det som ska till.
So I worked on it, and it was actually, I saw, it was almost as if actually on the astral, I saw you actually healing and releasing a lot of your mom's energy, where a lot of, it's like that's how she communicates to you, is through getting close to you while you're on the astral. And then I saw what you wanted to do was have more creativity, like dancing or anything that is just enjoyable for you as a spirit and a body that maybe you're not able to do right now. Much of is something that you need to do on the astral as a spirit, because this keeps your vibration high, it keeps your soul excited, and you can still do it. You can still do it on the astral anytime. So I just helped ground that green color. And then there was something along the lines of, if this makes any sense, if not, don't worry, but it was almost where if there's something along the lines of maybe your partner, it looks like there's like questions or like logistic things that you, like normal things that you just have to figure out every day, and that if he's able to write them down for the day or do some type of technique that works so that you can wake up, have your time, to be in a healing vibration, be with your baby, get your tea or whatever your morning routine is, and then engage in whatever it is that you need to plan as a family or survival or things that need to be taken care of. Because it looks like energetically there's not a separation, and you have to start figuring things out before you're ready to. When you wake up. So that's just what I see you shifting. And it looks like this is a match to your birth family growing up, is that the family stayed a little bit on the astral, courting each other, or like unresolved issues, and it wasn't very clear. And so although that's not present, it's something that you're clearing out now, so that you can have a little bit more communication and clarity and ease, and it's like, and it keeps coming back like with this your family, when earlier we were talking about healing, where it is like your intention with your family now that you created for yourself, there is a resolve, like there's a heal, like there's like a space of coming back to healing or resolve or wholeness and completeness. That is the step that you're taking as a spirit within this family unit. Because sometimes in the family you came from, things would come up that maybe not get resolved. Or maybe you did on your own, but not within the family unit. So I see that your family now, you all have this intention, and it looks really good. And it's a little bit of like one final thing. It looks like your partner is like curious about some spiritual information, and it seems like you tend to be the leader spiritually, not just with your partner, but in your birth family and in general, and a lot of times in life, even with work and with clients. So it seems like sometimes he comes to you on the astral for this information or whatnot, and it looks like that's not really your role. Like you're not his spirit. Like you might share things or help him, but he's your partner, not, you're not his teacher in that way in this lifetime. So I just see you energetically just kind of acknowledging that, so that he does have permission. I'm just saying hello to it psychically too, to work with his spirit guide, or if he wants to manifest a book or an outlet that he can grow and get that information. It's also partially because you're a woman and you're a female and you're a mom, so there is some spiritual growth that he's going to try to understand through you. So I'm just saying hello to all of that energetically, and I'll say hello to him too, energetically. Just kind of acknowledge him. I see him vibrating in an orange. I see your baby at a blue, and he likes to play with the color green. And I see you at the soft, buttery yellow. And so we worked with some colors. The green for your astral healing space. The lavender for your family communication space. Hi. And then do you want to just pick a final color just to represent your family unit, your family bubble, and set an intention for your family?
Clarity in each of ourselves, clarity in our communication, like clarity about how we're a unit, how we're like individuals within a unit.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I see actually the stronger, like more the orange color really working. And what you said and kind of what we were casually mentioning before the reading, which totally makes sense, is like that higher intelligence, like communicating to each other in the family so that you guys are almost like a pod, like you just understand each other. And although there may be great communication, it doesn't have to necessarily, you just get it. You're just kind of in sync. So that looks really good. I'm just saying hello to that color and helping it ground in between y'all. So finish the reading. Just start to energetically set the intention that you are just calling your energy back, like a magnet, all of your energy back from anything this reading brought up, from me, from your past, from your future. And so just fill up with your own energy because you did release during the reading. So it's almost like an aura healing. So any little spots that release foreign energy are now being filled with your present time information and the kind of healed higher frequencies. A little bit of a shift. And then for our next step, I see the color for the next step is Etta Blue, and it's 2 parts, and it's writing a list, and I see, which you may already do, but it looks, if you are, it's working well. It's to write a list of like mundane things, like, okay, I need you to do the diapers, or to do this, or to pick up these groceries, or what your partner needs you to do, like these just normal everyday type things written down so that they're just not sitting energetically in each other's head or in each other's space or in the baby's space or need to manifest as a problem before they get solved. Like it's already written down. Even if it's known, just write it down. And then I see you do another list, but more of the spiritual aspect of the family. So what you've already done, but just maybe with your partner, sit down and be like, okay, what's the intention? Like you've already done that for yourself and during the reading, and just creating more clarity to have it be grounded, have the universe know it, have the universe bless it. What's your intention with your baby? Is it to have a baby feeling fulfilled and happy, and all of you feeling fulfilled in your, whatever it is, just the spiritual growth of the family unit. Okay, I'm going to just start to make separations from you and your family and the reading and your colors. So I'm pulling my energy out of your energetic field and vice versa. And just kind of collapsing the reading, and may it be with the blessings of the Supreme Being that this reading is complete. Amen. Awesome. How do you feel?
Wow, thank you. I feel like there's a lot to process. Like nothing, it's like it all feels really true. And it feels like a lot to process. Or like it's in process. Like I've been feeling the desire to release these things and to shift and to like go to this place. And like the image that just came to my head was kind of like, it's like letting the pieces go. Like if you shatter a plate or something and you glue it back together, or like you shatter, actually for some reason the image was like a statue of like a female statue of like Mary or like the mother or something, and if it had been broken and glued back together, it's kind of like letting the pieces fall apart in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Which feels like it's like letting the old paradigm go, I guess, which feels exciting and also a little scary because but it feels good.